Namaskar. Good evening. I really feel very delighted and obliged to be part of this very important deliberation and discussion which we are having today, that is on the theme of breaking the stereotypes and specifically dealing about talking about role of women in leadership positions. So friends, I would just like to bring to your notice that I did my graduation from Shriram College of Commerce, and it is the neighboring college of DR Daulat Ram College. So I am very happy to be amongst all of you. It actually reminds me of my days, my graduation days. So as my introduction has already been mentioned, so I did my graduation from Shriram College of Commerce, and I would just to begin my talk, I would briefly mention about my journey into civil services, and how I came into civil services, how I joined civil services. So, friends, I was doing my graduation from Shriram College of Commerce, and at that time, it was way back in 2003. I was also doing my course as CS. So, at that time, doing CS, CA with graduation was allowed. So, I was also doing that, and then I would I read about civil services. I read about it in some magazines. So it actually moved me from inside. It actually made me feel that I should join civil services. It will give me a platform to do something good for the nation and society, to do something differently for the society per se. But then when I discussed this with my parents, especially my father, there were a lot of apprehensions which came into their minds. First of all, civil services is never a short selection. It is a very tough examination. And then even after selection, which service I would get, and even after service, which cadre I would get, and then about postings and how will I settle my family life. So all these discussions were there, and of course, the most important thing was it was a kind of a change in the way my career was planned up till now. So a lot of discussions were there. Initially, 6 to 8 months, they did not agree. But then I kept on requesting, and there were discussions that मैंने बोला कि मुझे एक बार करने दीजिए. I really want to do it. I really feel it will give me a platform to do something for the society. Then my father said कि okay, if you want to do, you should have a plan B in your life. So plan B in life से उन्होंने ये suggest किया कि even if I don't clear civil services, so my education, my professional qualification should not be wasted, and I should have my economic and financial independence. More so, he had been advocating the cause of independence for women, despite the fact that we belong to a middle class family based in Panipat, Haryana, and it is way back around 2 decades back, wherein the society was not so much conducive, so as to say there were inherent biases against female, against women for their higher education, and that traditionally they were expected to have a basic education maybe till graduation, and then take the job of a teacher or something which would enable them to settle their family life as well properly, as and take care of their family and the husband and children. So this was also expected for me. But then when I discussed this with them, there were initial apprehensions. But then when they said okay, then my father said you should have a plan B. So what I did was I completed my graduation in 2003. In 2004, I completed my CS, and in the same year, I started LLB from Delhi University. I took an online examination, or I took an entrance examination, and I cleared, and I got admission into the Faculty of Law, Delhi University. And by then, it so happened that I also started my part-time job as as a CS, because I felt that since I have already got professionally qualified, I should also have some experience and also earn for my own further higher studies. So I took a part-time job, and I also started preparing for civil services. So from 2004 to 2007, these three things were moving parallel in my life. So my focus was civil services preparation. I was doing law, LLB, so attending the law classes, and of course, I was also doing my part-time job. So all these three things were parallelly moving in my life, and then it was like I appeared for my first attempt in 2006. I wrote prelims, I wrote mains, but I did not get an interview call, which is the final stage of civil service examination. So I was, of course, very demotivated, demoralized. But then I recollected my own self, and I gave it a challenge to myself that whatever efforts now I will put in, they would be my best efforts. And I should not have any grudge on myself that I did not give my best. So I gave all my energy, all my efforts into the examination preparation. In 2007, I again wrote the examination. I got interview call, and I then got finally selected with All India rank 13. The result was announced, I think, on 12th May 2008, and I got All India rank 13 in 2008. So 2008 is my batch. Then I joined Lavasna Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy of Administration, Mussoorie, for my training. And there, it was the first hostel for me. I met my batchmates, officers from all across the country, having varied backgrounds, diverse experiences, vast amount of knowledge. And then in December, my cadre was allocated. So I got Manipur Tripura cadre, and it was a joint cadre at that time. And then we are sent to one part. So I was sent to Tripura. I joined Tripura in June 2009, and from 2009 to 2016, it was all my field postings I did. I served as SDM. I served in various field positions, including the DMN collector. And then in 2016, I came to Haryana on inter-cadre deputation. And 4 years I worked again in field. And then I actually joined back Tripura, and now presently I am working as resident commissioner to Government of Tripura based in Delhi. So this has been, friends, my journey, and it has been full of experiences, full of struggles, full of challenges. But I've actually learned a lot. I have evolved as an individual, as a personality. I have learned so many things, and I think I got the opportunity of working for the nation, for the people in varied parts of the country, and it has given me a lot of opportunities, I would say. So one thing I would like to ask from the moderator or the host here, that you want me to keep on speaking at my level, or will you have some structured questions on which you want me to elaborate? Please clarify accordingly, then I'll modulate.
Ma'am, first of all, thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. It is indeed truly motivating for all of us. Yeah, so ma'am, we'll be proceeding. We would like to proceed with the question answer round format. That would be more engaging, like if you
I
feel.
will feel that if I will keep on speaking now, it may become monotonous and students may lose interest.
Yes,
If you have some questions which are relating to the theme, we may go on discussing about them, right?
sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you are a true source of inspiration for all of us, and the students of our college are highly eager to learn from your experiences. So ma'am, we are here with the first question. So we observe a lot of stereotypes around working women. So ma'am, have you faced such situations? Like how we can deal with them?
Friends, India predominantly has been a patriarchal dominated society. And by patriarchy, we would mean that generally the decision making authority would be vesting with the male member of the society, with the male member of the family. If a family would have a limited income, and if they have suppose two kids, then maybe the son, if they have two kids of different genders, maybe the son would be attending a private school, and the girl would be the daughter may be attending a government school. So these are the differences which are still existing, but we have actually moved a lot. India as a society has moved a lot. So I myself, as part of service, I have felt so many changes being occurring in the society from say 2003, 4 till today 22. There have been a lot of changes, and many people do ask me that whether I feel any prejudice or bias or a challenge as a woman administrator, or there is any discrimination with respect to the role of a male or a female bureaucrat. So, friends, I would like to say that in government, frankly, there are no inherent biases or limitations, but I would rather say that they are occupational hazards. So, occupational hazards means that they are in fact some responsibilities. For example, for a woman, when she gets married, she has to bear a child, give birth to a baby, and then there would be initial few months in which she will have to be on maternity leave. Then so these are the responsibilities which are inherently vested upon us, but we always take them in our stride, and there is always a commitment in our own selves that we have to deliver our best. So we all try to balance our personal and professional front to the best possible. But I would also like to add here that still in our country, in various state governments, even at center, that there are various uh, some doubts in the ecosystem. So the ecosystem in which the officer has to work will consist of political bosses, it will consist of judiciary, it will consist of media, it will consist of the civil society organizations, it will consist of people, public at large, where you are posted. So there are many a times there are confusions. There are many a times doubts and apprehensions as to how a lady officer would perform. So there is a constant challenge of on the officer to keep on performing, to keep on delivering. This is definitely there, and also there are some postings, some profiles which are preferably manned by male officers, which are preferred to be manned by the male officers. They are still there. There are some departments. I mean, maybe because no lady officer has been posted at these positions and profiles for a very long time, for generations, therefore they are hesitant in taking that decision. But I would also like to mention that now that change is coming slowly, and if we see the percentage of women officers in bureaucracy, IES, IPS, IRS, it is I think 15 to 20%. It may be lesser in the police service, or so as to say the paramilitary forces, it may be lesser. But if we compare it with the IES, IRS, and other services like Indian Postal Service, Account Service, so they may be little higher. So that change is coming, that change is welcome, and we have seen that now women are becoming the DGPs, women are becoming chief secretaries of state, women are becoming secretaries to Government of India in various departments. So this I think there have been stereotypes, there have been lot of barriers, but women have been challenging these in their own stride, and they have been actually moving forward, proving their own self and worth. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing such an insightful insight towards this career. Ma'am, our next question to you would be like, what are your three major takeaway from the entire career of being a civil servant?
So I think in my career as a civil servant, the most important thing which I have learned is that you have to work as a team leader. You have to work with the feeling of team spirit, what we read as esprit de corps. And it is not only necessary in administration, it is also necessary in any other organization in which you all are going to work. You may set your own business, you may become entrepreneurs, you may join private sector, you may become part of some NGO. In everything, it is very important that team spirit should be there. You have to act as a team leader. It is also important to have your intentions clear. So your purpose of why you are there. Of course, civil servants never generally decide their postings. But once you are posted there, your intention and your purpose should be directly, indirectly communicated to the people to whom you are serving. So that then they are also attached to you, and they also help you in delivering the goals, in delivering the objectives. And the most important thing in as part of civil services I have heard is that people's participation, community participation, community involvement is most important. If we want any flagship program and scheme to deliver, to achieve its results, it is very important that we involve the people. So I think these are the important takeaways. And as a civil servant, and over these 13-14 years, I have derived immense satisfaction. I have worked in Tripura, I have worked in Haryana, and I got the opportunity to work generally in field, generally work directly with the people. So I think I could do a lot, and of course I would like to do a lot more. जितना मैंने किया है अभी, I think मुझे और बहुत कुछ करने का मन है, जो मैं आप लोगों के साथ सेशन कर रही हूँ, या मेरा आज एक और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ अहमदाबाद की यूनिवर्सिटी कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट्स के साथ सेशन था. एंड आई रेगुलरली कीप ऑन इंटरेक्टिंग विद द यंग स्टूडेंट्स. माय ओनली पर्पस इज दैट if I can share my experience, my insights with the younger people, and if अगर 100 स्टूडेंट्स भी अटेंड कर रहे हैं और अगर एक भी स्टूडेंट उसमें से कुछ आइडिया ले पाए जिसको वो लाइफ में अपने उनको मदद मिल पाए, so I really feel happy. So that is the only purpose of me interacting with you all, or me interacting with the young students across the country. So I think we all need to keep learning, keep evolving, and what we say is that keep sharing the positive things. That is also, I think, very important.
Yes, ma'am, indeed. It was a very, very insightful thing, and we are feeling so motivated after listening to all of your experiences. Now, ma'am, I would like to hand over to Kirti for the next question. If you can go. Miles Kirti is facing some issues, so I would like to carry on the discussion. So, ma'am, like I strongly believe that you are an idol for many of the people present in the audience. So, we would love to know who has functioned as an idol to you.
Friends, frankly, I don't have a mentor. But yes, I would give the credit of my success to my parents, both my mother and father, because जब मैंने इनिशियली जब सिविल सर्विसेज में आने के लिए सोचा तो बहुत एप्रीहेंशंस थे, रिस्ट्रिक्शंस थे, सपोर्ट नहीं था. बट वंस दे स्टार्टेड सपोर्टिंग, so they supported to the highest extent. So for example, when I was studying for civil services, I had actually isolated myself from my other family members, relatives. और जो आज हम वर्ड सुन रहे हैं क्वारंटीन, आई वॉज एक्चुअली इन अ सेल्फ क्वारंटीन फेज. सो देयर वर रिलेटिव्स विजिटिंग होम at during the time of festivals. So I was very selfish about my time. I was very conscious about my time. I should not waste just like that. So I was not meeting them. So there were even taunts coming from their side कि ये तो पता नहीं पढ़ के मेरे पेरेंट्स को बोलते थे. I have an elder sister also. She was at that time doing CA. तो they used to say to my father कि ये अपने बेटियों को पता नहीं क्या बनाएंगे, क्या पढ़ा के क्या बनाएंगे, क्या करेंगे, अभी इनकी ग्रेजुएशन हो गई है तो शादी कर देनी चाहिए. So my father used to say to them that no, it is their life, and एजुकेशन देना हर पेरेंट का एक प्राइमरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, और मैं अपनी बेटियों को ये राइट दूंगा, ये अपॉर्चुनिटी दूंगा, उसके बाद वो डिसाइड करें उनको लाइफ में आगे क्या करना है. So these were the words which the way he used to speak, they all used to in fact put a more sense of responsibility on me कि जब वो इतना हमें सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं तो हमारा फर्ज बनता है, हमारा कर्तव्य है कि हम उनकी आशाओं पे और प्राउड फील करें. So this is how. So I think the people who have been an idol or who have helped me, of course my husband has been a lot of support. I have worked in Tripura, I worked in Haryana. postings हर साल हम लोग की चेंज होती हैं. So that settling, resettling of family life. I have 2 kids. My daughter is 8 years old. My son would be now 3 years old. So family संभालना, office संभालना, then these things are not easy. So they have been all my support. And I would like to mention about one personality जिनके बारे में आप सबने पढ़ा है, डॉक्टर APJ अब्दुल कलाम. So Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he came to my college, Shri Ram College of Commerce, during my graduation. I think I was in second year, and I had an opportunity of listening to his lecture. And friends, I was so much moved. उससे पहले मैंने कभी उनकी बुक नहीं पढ़ी थी, कभी मैंने उतना इंटरेस्ट से उनके बारे में नहीं पढ़ा. But listening to his one lecture and the way he behaved so humbly, he was so down to earth despite being the president of the country. So it actually moved me, and then I read his books, his Vision 2020, and the way he used to motivate the youth. उनका उनका जो लाइंस होता था, मैं जब तैयारी करती थी तो मैं उनके कोट्स को अपने रूम में लगा के रखती थी. They used to actually motivate me. Even today I keep reading. So I think these have been the people or the personalities who have helped me in life. Of course, over the journey, my teachers, especially in my school, they have helped me in improving myself. And I've actually learned from many people. In fact, I think learning and improving is an ongoing process. And you keep on meeting many people, your colleagues, your juniors. In fact, your juniors, sometimes your state service officers, gazetted officers, they will have local knowledge of the area. And it is important that you learn good things from them. मैंने बंगाली त्रिपुरा में रह के सीखी, वहां पे आई यूज्ड टू देन स्पीक इन बंगाली, राइट बंगाली. So you keep on learning and you keep on improving. I think that is most important.
Indeed, truly said, ma'am. Learning is an ongoing life process and we have to be committed towards that.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, our next question to you is, like, what message would you like to give all of our girls out there who dream big and strive to make that dream comes true? Like, we face a lot of hurdles, some by society, some by some pressures. So, how to overcome those, ma'am?
फ्रेंड, सबसे पहले तो ये बात मैं बोलना चाहूंगी कि देयर इज नो लिमिट, देयर इज एक्चुअली नो लिमिट टू व्हाट वी एज वुमेन कैन अकम्प्लिश. आपने ये पढ़ा होगा बात, बट आई एम एक्चुअली सेइंग इट विद कन्विक्शन दैट देयर इज नो लिमिट टू व्हाट वी एज वुमेन कैन अकम्प्लिश. एंड वी ऑल हैव बीन listening ki let us salute the indomitable spirit, determination of Nari Shakti each day. So we are seeing ki abhi upcoming Women's Day hai. You immediately now all the sessions would be, सब जगह में इसके बारे में बात होगा. But then after 8th March is gone, say middle of March के बाद में people will not discuss about it with so much of enthusiasm and vigor as they discuss during this day. But I feel दैट नारी शक्ति को जो सल्यूट करना है, जो उनको सपोर्ट करना है, वो हर दिन इम्पोर्टेंट है. सो इसके लिए बोथ द थिंग्स आर इम्पोर्टेंट. द फीमेल, द वुमेन ऑल्सो नीड्स टू हैव दैट सेल्फ बिलीफ एंड डिटर्मिनेशन. आपको अपने ऊपर आत्मविश्वास होना चाहिए. तो वो कैसे आएगा? वो तभी आएगा जब आपके माइंड में क्लैरिटी होगी कि आपको लाइफ में क्या करना है. सो आइडेंटिफाई व्हाट इज योर पर्पस इन लाइफ. Identify what is your aim in life. So for example, my purpose, my aim which I identified that time was कि I should be doing something which is helping others, which is helping the society, which is helping the people of the country. और अगर मेरा सिविल सर्विसेज में नहीं भी होता तो भी शायद मैं प्राइवेट सेक्टर में जाती. I would have been a corporate professional, but I would have definitely started an NGO and उसके थ्रू मैं कुछ ना कुछ शायद कर रही होती, because that was my plan B in life. So what I'm trying to say is that for girls it is more important कि आप अपने ऊपर विश्वास रखें. आपका अगर खुद ही अपने ऊपर विश्वास नहीं होगा तो सामने वाले तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं करेंगे. So importantly is that have that clarity in mind, have that purpose and aim clear in your mind, and then you work towards that. There would be lot of struggles, there would be journey would not be easy. Friends, आज मुझे यहाँ पे पहुंचने में मेरे को पता है मैंने कितना, मैं 7 साल से ज्यादा मैं त्रिपुरा में मैंने काम किया. मैं वहाँ अकेली रही. माई हस्बैंड वॉज ऑलवेज हियर, माई फैमिली वॉज ऑलवेज हियर. माई मदर वॉज एलिंग, शी हैड अ किडनी एलिमेंट. आई वॉज वरीड बिकॉज आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू गिव हर ड्यू अटेंशन टू हेल्प इन हर ट्रीटमेंट. तो वो सब किया. तो ये चैलेंजेस हम सब ने फेस किए, बट इन चैलेंजेस को फेस करते हुए आगे बढ़ना है, ये बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. एंड सेकेंडली, इट इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर द सोसाइटी टू सपोर्ट. तो इट इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर द सोसाइटी. सोसाइटी में जो इकोसिस्टम है, जिसमें पेरेंट्स हैं, जिसमें गार्जियंस हैं, जिसमें टीचर्स हैं, प्रोफेसर्स हैं, और अगर वो लड़की आगे बढ़ना चाहती है तो उसको कैसे सपोर्ट करना है, उसको अपॉर्चुनिटी देनी है. सो इक्वल एक्सेस टू अपॉर्चुनिटी, एजुकेशन इज ऑफ कोर्स अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट. How does she become financially economically independent? That is also very important. So I would always say it is always a two part. Firstly, the female, the woman, the lady also needs to have that courage, determination, self belief, and also it is important for the society to support her, nurture her, and also give her the opportunities, provide her training, vocational skill training, हेल्प करो अगर उनको कोई बिजनेस सेटअप करना है. एंड अनलेस एंड अनटिल अ फीमेल इज financially economically empowered, she will not be a actual decision maker for her life, for her children, for her family. So ये जरूरी है. This is my message to all of you.
Yes, ma'am. We should challenge our limits, rightly said. We are highly inspired listening to you, ma'am, and indeed, it's rightly said that empowered women who reach tough or unconventional positions, they make choices, not sacrifices. Now, ma'am, moving towards the next question. What are your thoughts on the gender disparity, and what do you think we are missing out on by not maximizing the talents of all the genders? So, can you put the light on that, ma'am?
I think gender disparity, as I mentioned initially also, that India has seen a patriarchal dominance. Male have been at the forefront, whether it is the family decision making or whether it is earning for the family. Women percentage at employment was very less. Now, of course, things are changing, but still we have issues of, say, early marriage, child marriage. Very important is this sex determination before a child is born. So for that we have PCPNDT Act, which prohibits the determination of sex of the fetus. Domestic violence, crime against women. So all these things are there. Gender disparity is still there. So what we are missing out is that we have to understand that if a state or if a country has more women representation, if it has more women in leadership role, it will have multiple effects. So it will help in encouraging community participation, because a woman, if she is educated, we all have heard that a woman is educated, she educates the entire family, and then it is a chain reaction. So that family will further educate the society, the neighborhood area, and then this awareness would grow. So if we are not maximizing the talent of the girls, India definitely is losing on what? So losing. And if we are able to minimize this gap, so when we talk about gender parity, so gender parity at political level, at at level of the legislation. So now we are seeing the representation of women in parliament, representation of women in elected bodies like gram panchayats, in nagar panchayats, in urban local bodies, in state legislatures. We are seeing more women coming forward in administration. And so we have to understand that more women in leadership profiles will definitely benefit the country as a whole. And we will have a society which will be more gender sensitive. We will have the policies, legislations will have more gender sensitivity in them, and that is, I think, very important, because we are the largest democracy in the world, and if women are not able to exercise their rights, we are definitely losing out. So things are changing positively, but I think a lot more needs to be done.
Yes, ma'am, indeed. I guess all the aspiring aspirants and all the people who are there in the service would definitely agree with what you said. Ma'am, our next question to you would be ma'am, now the career of civil services has become more inclusive. The times you must have joined it, it was not that much inclusive. So what are your views upon this?
Yeah. So when we talk about civil services, if I talk specifically about the Indian Administrative Service, to which I belong to, Madam Anna Rajan Malhotra, she was the first lady to become an IAS officer way back in 1951. So way back in 1951, after independence, Madam Anna Raja Malhotra, she got selected into the Indian Administrative Service, and she demonstrated her resilience, because at that time she was the first woman officer. So you can imagine the way the male bastion was prevalent, and she demonstrated her resilience. And she had an accomplished career. She became SDM, she became sub-divisional magistrate, and then she definitely must have had to have a lot of struggles and a lot of challenges in her own way, but then she established her with her conviction, and then she moved forward. I think today only you had in the morning session Madam Kiran Berdi. She is an epitome in her own self, the way she was amongst the first of few women IPS officers of the country, and the way Madam has demonstrated her strength, resilience, and she has actually delivered a lot. So when we are talking about the changing women representation, I think in the police service it is still less than 10%. In administration, in Indian administrative service it would be say around 15%. If you talk about other services like Indian Revenue Service, audit and accounts, they may be say around close to 15 to 20%. So on an average, in totality, at the national level, the percentage is not more than 20%. It would be ranging, say, between 15 to 20%. So this change is coming, but we need more women in administration. I think we need more women in bureaucracy. And when we talk about the need for more women in bureaucracy, it will definitely have our systems become gender responsive. We would have the workspaces to live gender responsive. So for example, I would share my one example. When I was DMN collector district Gomti in Tripura way back in 2014, so I felt that the lady staff, the lady employees who were working in DM office Gomti, they had no place to keep their kids, to keep their infants when they are coming to the office. So 5 or 6 of them were bringing their kids to the office only. So I felt very awkward in the sense कि एक तो वो बच्चा भी neglect हो रहा है, like staying for a kid in an office environment is not safe, and then also the mother won't be able to concentrate properly on her work. So we decided to have a crèche in the office premises. So we identified a room in our building, and we developed a crèche in that with the facilities which should be there, and we put 2 Anganwadi workers staff there who did their duty in rotation. So I think 4 were there who were doing their duty in rotation, and it was a small experiment, small thing from my side, and it actually helped them so much. They all thanked the district administration later on, because they were coming in the morning, putting their kids there. Then when they are going back to the home, the kid would be going back with the mother. And of course, during the office lunchtime, the mother was able to visit that crèche area to see whether the child is fine or not. So these are small things. Why I mentioned that once you have more women in bureaucracy, you will have a different way of approach in working. It brings more empathy, it brings more compassion in the way the policies and programs are being executed. It is definitely there, I think. Yeah.
Yes, indeed, ma'am. We agree with you, and thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us. Ma'am, one last question from our end would be, like, ma'am, like you have been a civil servant, and like you told us about your first attempt, then you gave your second attempt. So our participant Nihal wanted to know that, like, how did, like, there must be some pressure after you failed to clear the civil services in the first attempt from your maybe society side or any relative side. So how you manage to get out of that pressure, and what is that one thing that keeps you motivating as of now as well, that you have to keep going and keep serving society?
So friends, one thing is important, that जो मैंने बीच में बात बोली ना कि what is your purpose in life, what is your aim and goal in life, that should be clear. Once you have that clarity and commitment, तो come what may, आपको हो सकता है कि वो आपको X तरीके से ना मिले, but then you will find an alternative. What I tell about plan B. So when I did not clear in my first attempt, of course I was demotivated, demoralized. मुझे लगा कि बड़ी मुश्किल से तो फैमिली ने सपोर्ट करके यहाँ तक पहुँचाया है और अब मैं नहीं होंगी तो in fact this is a kind of disrespect to them also. तो मैंने अपना जितना मेरा मेहनत कर सकती थी वो करने का मैंने ठाना and I gave my 100% I think. And whatever I could do, whatever efforts I could give, I tried to give. And I think by the support of my parents, by my hard work, by blessings of Almighty, I could clear. I'm very thankful that I am a part of civil services. And if you ask me that now what keeps me going, so friends, I always keep it in my mind कि challenges are here to stay. Challenges तो आज भी हैं, कल भी रहेंगे. हाँ, प्लस माइनस जरूर होगा. आज का दिन हो सकता है बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा था, कल का दिन उतना अच्छा नहीं आएगा. So these positives and negatives will keep happening. But how we look at the challenges, how we look at failures actually determines our lives, the outcome of our lives. So we must actually learn from our struggles, from our challenges, and we should try to overcome them, learn from them. That is important. एंड जो स्वामी विवेकानंदा जी ने एक बात बोली, जैसे मैं डॉक्टर एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम सर को पढ़ती हूँ, स्वामी विवेकानंदा जी को भी थोड़ा बहुत पढ़ा है मैंने, तो उनका जो कोट है वो यूथ के लिए बहुत मोटिवेशनल कोट्स उन्होंने लिखे हैं, उनका जो पोएट्री है, उनकी जो बुक्स हैं. सो ही सेड दैट ऑल पावर इज विद इन यू एंड यू कैन डू एवरीथिंग एंड एनीथिंग, यू कैन डू एनीथिंग एंड एवरीथिंग. And believe in that and do not believe that you are weak. We all have to believe that we are not weak. So we have to stand up, express the divinity amongst us. So जो आपने बात बोली ना, challenge the limit. So I also always keep it in my mind that we should not limit our challenges. Do not limit your challenges. Challenge your own limits. In fact, मेरा कई सालों से जो ऑफिशियल नंबर है उसका व्हाट्सएप स्टेटस भी मैंने यही लिखा हुआ है, challenge your own limits. So this is what I have been always keeping in my mind. These are the words, challenge your own limits. They have been keeping me motivated throughout my journey. और ये सिर्फ आज ही नहीं, कई सालों से. और मैंने भी लाइफ में बहुत स्ट्रगल्स देखी हैं, लेकिन जो मेरा कमिटमेंट है कि मुझे करते रहना है, आगे बढ़ते रहना है, किसी भी चीज से बहुत ज्यादा डिमोटिवेट नहीं होना है फ्रेंड्स. ठीक है, आई ऑल्सो गेट सैड, आई ऑल्सो गेट वरीड. आई एम अ मदर, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter. All these things will come to you. Now, unfortunately, recently, my father has been detected with cancer. His treatment has just started. We are having those family issues also. But anything should not come on your head. मतलब वो आपको psychologically बहुत ज़्यादा लंबा इफेक्ट ना करे, ये बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है. So I would also like to mention, especially for girls, friends, एक ये off the track थोड़ी मैं बात बोलूँगी कि अपनी हेल्थ पे भी ध्यान दीजिए. प्लीज डू नॉट निग्लेक्ट योर हेल्थ. वी ऑल हैव टू बी फिजिकली एंड मेंटली फिट. अगर हम फिजिकली और मेंटली फिट नहीं रहेंगे तो हम स्ट्रांग नहीं बन पाएंगे. एंड यू नो, एज फीमेल्स, जस्ट टू शेयर विद you all know that after marriage, once you become a mother, there are a lot of hormonal changes in your body. उससे आपके the way you lead your life, that also changes. So never let that become a hurdle. What I'm trying to say is कि it should not become a hurdle and you should not take it for granted कि ठीक है, अब तो हम बच्चा हो गया है तो अब तो वेट गेन होगा. ठीक है, वेट गेन होगा, but you should be healthy and active. So that weight should not restrict you from having a healthy and an active lifestyle. You should not develop any ailment. कोई आपको रूटीन में बीमारी ना लगे जिसके लिए आपको दवाई लेनी पड़ेगी. ये फ्रेंड्स बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. ये मैं इनफैक्ट मेरा ये इट इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ माय चैलेंजिंग द बैरियर्स टॉपिक, बट दिस इज माय एडवाइस एज अ वुमेन, क्योंकि मैं आपसे ऑलमोस्ट डबल एज होगी मेरी इस वक्त. तो मैंने जो लाइफ में देखा, मैंने जो सीखा है कि वर्क के साथ साथ फैमिली को भी टाइम देना जरूरी है और फैमिली के साथ साथ अपने आप को भी टाइम देना जरूरी है. ये भी मत सोचिए, अगर आप खुद हेल्दी नहीं रहोगे, फिट नहीं रहोगे, खुश नहीं रहोगे, यू वोंट बी एबल टू जस्टिफाई एंड डिलीवर ऑल योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज प्रॉपरली. सो आइडेंटिफाई आपको किससे अच्छा लगता है, व्हाट मोटिवेट्स यू, व्हाट कीप्स यू मूविंग, व्हाट मेक्स यू हैप्पी. इट मे बी योर फैमिली, फ्रेंड्स और योर हॉबी और एनी इंटरेस्ट जिसमें भी आपको करने में अच्छा लगता है वो जरूर कीजिए लाइफ में. और एक्सरसाइज, योगा, मेडिटेशन, रनिंग, लिसनिंग टू म्यूजिक, सिंगिंग, व्हाटएवर, वॉचिंग टीवी, जो भी अच्छा लगता है, कुछ ना कुछ 2-3 चीज अपनी लाइफ में हमेशा कंटिन्यू रखिए. एंड आई थिंक माई लास्ट request as an administrator to you all would be that keep believing on your own self. Keep repeating to yourself that I can and I will. And we all know that there is no limit to what women can accomplish. There is no limit to what we can achieve. Only I would request that आप जो भी चीज करो, जो भी करियर में जाओ, you become an entrepreneur, you join civil services, you become a corporate professional. Try and do something for the nation and society. Do not forget that we are all part of the country. Nation has given us a lot, and we all have social responsibility to contribute towards its development. ये बात को सोचते हुए आप लाइफ में आगे बढ़िए. And my best wishes to all of you. Just keep reminding yourself that success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that matters. So keep continuing, keep moving ahead in life, and may you all achieve what you aspire. I really feel very happy when I interact, especially with the young girls, especially with the female students, because मुझे वो ऐसे लगता है कि मेरे सपने, जैसे मैं जब उस स्टेज में थी, मैंने किसी से बात की, मुझे किसी ने गाइड किया और मैं आगे लाइफ में आगे बढ़ी. तो आप सब में बहुत सारे सपने हैं, बहुत सारी इच्छाएं हैं, महत्वाकांक्षाएं हैं. आप सब लोग अपने लाइफ में बहुत आगे जाओ, और कभी भी लगे कि मैं कोई आपकी मदद कर सकती हूँ, कोई हेल्प कर सकती हूँ, तो डू लेट मी नो. आई वुड बी रियली हैप्पी टू डू दैट. So my best wishes to the entire team. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being here with us. Indeed, it was so motivating for all of us. And I believe that the participants who are there in today's session will be taking a lot from this session. Now, I would like to invite our convener, ma'am, to for a vote of thanks.
Ma'am, one request. I being a mother of two daughters, one request I want to make to you, if possible. Ma'am, is there any option of opening crèches in colleges and other thing also?
Yes, it is available. I mean, the college itself can decide. इसमें आपको अप्रूवल तो किसी से नहीं लेना है. ये तो I am not able to recollect the name of the act. बट आई थिंक कुछ एक क्रैचेस खोलने के लिए कोई 2-3 साल पहले कोई एक मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ WCD का कोई ये भी आया है, कोई नोटिफिकेशन भी आया है. सो मे बी स्टूडेंट्स कैन सर्च इट. बट ये क्रैच तो कोई भी खोल सकता है. नाउ आई हैव सीन इवन प्राइवेट सेक्टर ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस
they have opened, ma'am. Yes,
they are opening. तो कॉलेजेस में, यूनिवर्सिटीज में तो खोला जा सकता है आराम से. आई मीन इट इज, यू आर जनरली इंडिपेंडेंट, बट ये है कि इट्स अ गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज अंडर द यूनिवर्सिटी ना. सो देयर मस्ट नॉट बी एनी बार. द ओनली थिंग इज कि उसमें जो एक रिक्वायरमेंट रहता है ना, दे नीड टू बी फुलफिल्ड. सो यू नीड टू हैव अ सुपरवाइजर, केयर टेकर, क्योंकि द इंटरेस्ट ऑफ किड्स ऑल्सो इंटरेस्ट एंड द वेलफेयर ऑफ द चाइल्ड ऑल्सो नीड्स टू बी टेकन केयर ऑफ ना. तो वो जब भी एस्टैब्लिश करें तो वो इसका आपको मिनिस्ट्री की वेबसाइट पे जाके ना आपको कुछ गाइडलाइंस जरूर मिल जाएगा about the creche facilities in educational institutions also, I think.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot for inspiring our student. It was indeed a very motivational talk, because हम लोग देखते हैं कि कैसे there is a stigma in the society. It is still prevalent कि अच्छा लड़की है, ये नहीं कर सकती है. So, but we have to fight it out. And hearing from you, it was a very motivational talk for all of us. How you overcame all the hurdles and you rose to the highest post in the bureaucracy. I too belong to there are many. My brother is a bureaucrat. My brother-in-law is a bureaucrat. तो लेकिन वही आपने जैसे बताया कि पोस्टिंग होते रहती है, 1 साल यहाँ 1 साल वहां, तो दे ऑल्सो वेंट ऑन शिफ्टिंग. वंस दे वेन इन चंडीगढ़, देन टू पानीपत, देन ही वाज पोस्टेड टू केरला एंड अदर थिंग्स. तो घर में एक डिस्कशन, ये माहौल रहता है. बट seeing you and hearing from you, it was a very nice, enriching experience for all of us, and hope to see you soon again, ma'am, in offline mode.
Yeah, sure, it will be my pleasure.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. हाँ, yes, बच्चे पूछो.
Ma'am, I want to request Sonal ma'am for 1 minute. I want to ask something.
Yes, go ahead.
Good evening, ma'am.
हाँ जी, गुड इवनिंग।
Ma'am, since I'm following you from last 3 to 4 years, I always wonder how do you manage so many things? Like I'm following you on Facebook. You post so much positive quotes, so many posts are there, and they are literally so positive, be it of exercise, be it of spirituality or any other sort of things. And of course, your achievements like you are advisor at BRICS and you are of course an IAS and fitness enthusiast. Ma'am, how do you manage all these things? I always wonder. I always want to ask from you, how do you manage all these things, and that too in a very very good way? Ma'am, we generally do not able to manage 2 or 3 subjects, and you are managing these much things. Ma'am, how is it even possible to manage these things so beautifully? Ma'am, please
Thank you
answer
so
this.
much, Taruna, for that appreciation. And
And
for
ma'am, I'm a big fan of yours. I'm following you since 3 years.
right, thank you. So I think एक ही बात ध्यान में रखनी है कि every person on this earth has 24 hours in a day, 24/7 जो हम बोलते हैं. So these 24 hours ही हैं सबके पास, चाहे वो हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री जी हो या चाहे वो गांव में जो व्यक्ति रहता है उसके पास हो. So it is up to us how we manage, है ना. सो इसमें क्या है कि प्रायोरिटाइजेशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो अगर आप मेरी उसकी फिटनेस की बात करो तो मैंने बीच में बहुत आई गेन्ड लॉट ऑफ वेट बिकॉज मैंने जैसे बताया कि आई हैव 2 किड्स. आफ्टर माई फर्स्ट प्रेगनेंसी आई गेन्ड लॉट ऑफ वेट एंड आई अज्यूम्ड कि ठीक है, अब क्योंकि मेरा प्रोफाइल बहुत हेक्टिक था उस टाइम में. आई वाज डीएम इन गोमती डिस्ट्रिक्ट त्रिपुरा. तो आई अज्यूम्ड कि वेट तो रहेगा, यू नो. बट देन आई स्टार्टेड फीलिंग कि in future I may develop health problems. So because you are in 30s, then late 30s, then now you have other responsibilities also. So I did not want कि मुझे कोई permanent ailment हो जिससे मेरे को रोज दवाई खानी पड़ रही है, be it diabetes और hypertension और stress anxiety, because हम लोगों का work pressure भी इतना रहता है ना. I have seen my colleagues taking some pills and all. So इसीलिए then it was in 2018 actually I started devoting some time in the morning, whether be it yoga or be it aerobics or be running, jogging. कुछ ना कुछ मैंने करती हूँ. और फिर मेरा सेकंड बेबी हुआ 2019 मार्च में. देन ऑफ कोर्स यू गेन वेट. बट मैंने उसको, क्योंकि एक बार मेरी रूटीन में थी ये चीज, मैं आज भी उसी को फॉलो करती हूँ. मॉर्निंग में या इवनिंग में पूरे दिन में अगर आप 45 मिनट से 1 घंटा अगर आप डिवोट कर सकते हैं, दैट इज रियली वेरी गुड. एंड इफ यू डू इट इन मॉर्निंग, इट एक्चुअली जनरेट्स पॉजिटिव वाइब्स. यू नो, इट मेक्स योर डे स्टार्ट ऑन अ पॉजिटिव नोट. आप फ्रेश एयर में जाओगे, यू रिफ्लेक्ट योर सेल्फ कि आज क्या करना है, पॉजिटिव थॉट्स आते हैं. सो जो आप अगर मेरी बात करती हूँ तो मेरा बहुत क्लियर है फंडा कि मैं सुबह अपना टाइम थोड़ा सा अपने आप को देती हूँ. देन व्हेन आई कम बैक, किड्स हैव टू गो टू देयर स्कूल, तो उनको तैयार करके भेजना होता है. देन आई गेट रेडी फॉर माई ऑफिस, आई कम फॉर माई वर्क. ड्यूरिंग द ऑफिस टाइमिंग्स आई जनरली कंप्लीट ऑल माई पेंडिंग थिंग्स, सो दैट घर जाके ऑफकोर्स हम लोगों का फोन तो डे एंड नाइट बजता है, स्पेशली ड्यू टू व्हाट्सएप. यू डोंट हैव एनी रिस्ट्रिक्शन ऑन द वर्किंग आवर्स. यू ऑन वीकेंड्स ऑल्सो वी आर वर्किंग. सो उसके बाद में इवनिंग का टाइम विद माई फैमिली, विद माई किड्स, ऑफकोर्स बहुत ज्यादा नहीं हो पाता, बट स्टिल आई ट्राई टू डू. एंड जो आपने बात बोली पॉजिटिव थॉट्स की, तो ये मेरे माइंड में जो आता रहता है ना, आई जस्ट कीप पोस्टिंग, बिकॉज मुझे वही लगता है कि आई हैव अ गुड अमाउंट ऑफ फॉलोअर्स, ऑल ऑर्गेनिक फॉलोअर्स ऑन सोशल मीडिया. सो आई ट्राई टू यूज सोशल मीडिया इन अ पॉजिटिव वे. उनको अच्छी बातें बताऊं, शायद उस कोट को पढ़ के किसी को जो अभी थोड़ा सा निराश फील कर रहा है उसको अगर अच्छा फील हो, तो माई पर्पस इज सॉल्व. दैट इज द ओनली रीजन व्हाई आई कीप पोस्टिंग. सो आई थिंक तरुणा, एंड फॉर ऑल गर्ल्स, इट इज इम्पोर्टेंट टू बैलेंस योर पर्सनल प्रोफेशनल लाइफ. एंड जो मैंने बात बोली कि खुश रहना है, ये बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. डू वॉट यू लव एंड लव वॉट यू डू. मैं आप लोगों से बात करके मुझे अच्छा लगता है, यंग इंडियन से बात करके अच्छा लगता है, इसीलिए मैं सेशंस अटेंड करती हूँ. प्रैक्टिकली इट बिकम्स वेरी टैक्सिंग ऑन मी, क्योंकि मेरा ऑफिस का काम भी है, एंड देन आई हैव मेनी अदर थिंग्स टू मैनेज. बट देन आई एम डूइंग बिकॉज आई रियली वॉन्ट टू बी कनेक्टेड एंड आई रियली फील हैप्पी डूइंग सो. सो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, आप सब लोग भी कर सकते हो. इफ आई कैन डू, यू ऑल ऑल्सो कैन डू. द ओनली थिंग इज कि हम कैसे चीजों को 24 घंटों को कैसे हम ब्रेक कर रहे हैं, 1 घंटा यहाँ, 7-8 घंटे यहाँ, 6 घंटे 7 घंटे सोने के, रेस्ट का, तो वो सब चीजें धीरे धीरे वंस यू आर इंडिपेंडेंट, सो इट विल ओनली कम विद योर कॉन्फिडेंस. आपको अपनी लाइफ में इंडिपेंडेंस लानी है, आपको अपने आप में निर्भरता लानी है, एंड वंस यू डू इट इज पॉसिबल फॉर एवरीबडी, है ना? राइट.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such an insightful session. We really learned a lot from you. Your experiences, they're truly enriching and inspiring.
Thank you so
Now
much.
I would like to request every one of you, please turn on your cameras for a group picture. Thank you so much, everyone. With this, we come to the end of our today's session. Now, I would like to request all the participants to fill out the feedback form.
The recording has